love coming to Silicon Valley Open Doors. I discover entrepreneurs here every single year, and I think I've been to all of them.
The founders of the conference are very authentic, and these are people that want to change the world and make things better for entrepreneurs and help people, and I think that's a great thing.
Well, I guess number one, I would say that it's a great conference, and it brings together great content from really terrific speakers like we just had, and then a network of really interesting entrepreneurs.
The quality of entrepreneurs and the international flavor. It's always fun to see where innovation's happening around the world. What's fun for us is to see not only the quality of thought, but also the pace of execution, and the teams here are coming ready to play.
Well, it's a place where I can learn a lot, so that's rather selfish, isn't it? But you know, there are a lot of interesting. Well, there are a lot of very interesting people here, entrepreneurs with that sort of energy that's somewhat irresistible, and the ideas of how it is they intend to go about making a difference and making probably some money is always enlightening.
The entrepreneurs have figured out that this is a really good place to come to meet investors, to meet potential partners, and so on. I think that there's also some more technology-oriented companies now, which is my area of expertise. It's infrastructure and security and so on. So for me in particular, it's getting to be a really good conference.
Every time I come, I see a better version of the conference that I saw previously. The organizers here are doing an amazing job with selecting the people who attend, selecting the speakers, coming up with the ideas for panels and discussions. The conference is becoming more and more interesting, and that's just the content side. The truly amazing side is that the audience gets bigger, the audience gets more involved, gets more active, more thoughtful. It's just a fun place to be.
The startups, they got to go where the money is. This is the investor conference. Look at the number of investors. Look at the number of other successful entrepreneurs. Look at the number of successful CEOs. So the whole networking, the ecosystem is here. So that's the reason the startups got to be here.
A lot of energy, a lot of very dedicated entrepreneurs here. Very passionate, very committed to what they're doing.
I was just amazed by the energy in the room. I came a little early, and there were a lot of entrepreneurs I ran into, and the scale of ideas and how much they are clued into what's happening in the Valley was actually very refreshing to me.
So I've been to Silicon Valley Open Doors in prior years, and it's always exceeded my expectations. Every time you have to go to an event, sometimes you have to move things around and try to fit it in, but it's always been worth it. I've always met a couple of interesting people every time I've attended, and the same was true this time. I was on a panel with George Zachary, and I've known him for years, but I hadn't caught up with him in a little while. That was great. I've already met one company that is very interesting that I'm going to follow up with. So it's a great event, and it's right here in the middle of Silicon Valley.
I think it's good because they can get an early reaction of how people react as a potential investor, which is good. It helps them fine-tune their story. They meet other people who might seed fund them. I think that's very good. They could meet venture investors like myself. They can meet other founders so they can have a sense of comradeship. So I think that's awesome.
Attending Silicon Valley Open Doors for many, many years, and I like to come here regularly because it's always well attended. I come across entrepreneurs that would be very hard for me to meet any other place. So I enjoy the interactions. I always come away with dozens and dozens of business cards.
I think it's fantastic. You know, it's great to see so many of the VCs that are here that are globally focused and aware of sort of, you know, multinational teams and the potential there. So, you know, which defines the kind of work we did at Quick. So it's I think startups have a lot of value they can get out of you know, networking with the folks here.
And for SVOD, you know, I think it's entrepreneurs. It's great to just mix with people who are like-minded, who want to build the next big thing, and just being able to chat with them and network with them is awesome.
I'm back here. I'm excited to be here. It's a very receptive crowd. There's a lot of enthusiastic entrepreneurs and just people supporting entrepreneurs, including investors. And it's always fun to speak to a crowd like this.
We met with some folks that are working with teams out of Israel and other parts of US, in areas that are very relevant to us. So I think it's a great place to connect with interesting people.
Well, I interviewed Keith Raboy of Coastal Ventures, one of the so-called PayPal mafia. And the interview was all about the payment technology and his views on venture and angel. He's a very successful angel investor as well. Well, they're very interesting people I was asking about too. The people that he used to work with in the PayPal mafia have created some of the most incredible companies in Silicon Valley. Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Max Levchin, it goes on and on.
The conference is exciting on one hand and very productive on the other. We are frequently here in the Valley, and this time we have more than half of our incoming deal flow from this conference.
Silicon Valley Open Doors has been a 2-day conference that has been surprising at every moment, quite frankly.
Excellent, great conference. A lot of people, a lot of energy, enthusiastic, everything just going so good.
Maya, welcome to Silicon Valley Open Doors. Thank you so much. This was so fun. It was an amazing opportunity. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. Any specific one that kind of piqued your interest? I liked the people from Art Corky. They were so funny. They were really great.
Silicon Valley Open Doors, I think is a great idea, and part of what I try doing is giving back to the entrepreneurial community, and you guys open up the platform to do so.
I just wanted to wish the entire SVOD team good luck for the next decade. It's amazing. It's been around for 10 years already, and has never been a better time to be in the investment venture-based business. So they have a bright future ahead.